plan review. President Tinubu orders stiffer actions against illegal miners, and the French Democratic Republic of Congo military court sentences 26 armed group members to death. And in sports, Lagos State government captures global attention with esports roundtable at 2024 Paris Olympics. And now the details. I am Mike James. The reviewed Badagry sub-region master plan has, among others, identified industrial hubs in the Badagry division of Lagos State. Commissioner for Fiscal Planning and Urban Development, Oluyinka Olumide, during the presentation of the reviewed plan to stakeholders of the sub-region, said the Badagry sub-region was strategically located in the western end of Lagos State, bounded in the north by Ogun State and the south by Badagry Creek and the Atlantic Ocean. Olumide said the sub-region's endowment and prospects for impactful fiscal development brought about greater requirement for infrastructure and necessitated the review of the Badagry Master Plan 2012-2032. 12 years into its use. He said the review of the plan was in line with international best practices and the requirements of the Lagos State Urban and Regional Planning and Development Law 2019 as amended, which stipulates the review of development plans every 5 years. The Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency, LASCOPA, and the Lagos State Traditional Medicine Board, LSTMB, have agreed to set up a joint technical committee to map out strategies to regulate the safe sales of herbal products and traditional practices, particularly on social media platforms. The technical committee will identify and take action against vendors who sell unregistered products, ensuring that they are either brought into compliance or removed from the market space. Both agencies reached the agreement during a visit by officials of LASCOPA, led by its general manager, Falabi Shulibo, to the Lagos State Traditional Medicine Board, LSTMB. LASCOPA General Manager Afolabi Shulibo said a visit became necessary in a bid to curb the rampant sales of unregistered herbal drugs, particularly on social media platforms, emphasizing the growing concern over the proliferation of unregistered and potentially harmful herbal medicines being marketed online. He noted that the ease of access to these unregulated products poses significant health risks to consumers, adding that the collaboration between the two agencies will ensure the safety and well-being of Lagos residents and Nigeria at large. On his part, Registrar of the Lagos State Traditional Medicine Board, Babatunde Adili, welcomed the initiative and expressed the board's readiness to collaborate with LASCOPA. Adili highlighted the importance of regulating the traditional medicine sector to ensure that practitioners adhere to established standards and that only safe approved products are made available to the public. The Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission is set to amend the Domestic Crude Supply Obligations, DCSO Regulations 2023. The Commission stated this in a notice signed by the Chief Executive of the NUPRC, Gbenga Komolafe. According to the NUPRC, the National Data Repository Regulations will also be reviewed as it has the intention of consulting stakeholders for their input. It enjoins stakeholders to download and review the proposed regulations, adding that all submissions must be made using the format accessible through a link on its site. And this is coming amid alleged non-compliance of crude producers with the current DCSO regulations. And now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has directed the security agencies to intensify their crackdown on illegal miners, which he called exploiters and scavengers in Nigeria's mining sector. Tinubu said his administration will ensure that companies engage in mineral exploration prioritize the health and safety of Nigerians and the host communities. He also expressed concern about the well-being of those living near mining areas and called for safe exploration. The president gave the new marching orders when he received a presentation titled Harnessing the Mining Industry for Enhanced National Security and Development, Strategic Options for Nigeria by 2035 by Corps 32 participants of the National Defense College in Abuja. The Corps 32 participants were tasked with researching topical national issues, and their findings during their 11-month study focused on the mining industry's potential to contribute to national security and development. The Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, says it will wield the big stick on airing manufacturers and distributors who indulge in the illicit trade of substandard steel in the country. The chairman, Special Task Force, SON, Enebi Onucheyo, at a stakeholders meeting with manufacturers and distributors of steel and iron rods in Lagos, said the agency has been inundated with complaints from distributors expressing concerns over the quality of steel and iron rods in the country. Onucheyo said the meeting was meant to bridge the gap between the manufacturer and the distributors in the organization's bid to chart a way forward to the nation's steel sector. He urged manufacturers to engage in self-regulation because all over the world, the best form of regulation is self-regulation as it is more stringent. And in some foreign news, a military court in the Democratic Republic of Congo has sentenced 26 people accused of involvement in armed groups, including the M23, to death after a high-profile trial that started last month. Leader of the Alliance Fleuve Congo, Corneille Nangaa, was found guilty of war crimes, participation in an insurrection, and treason. Nangaa and 20 other defendants were sentenced to death in absentia on Thursday as they are currently on the run. Nangaa, the former president of the Democratic Republic of Congo's Electoral Commission, launched the AFC political military movement in December with the aim of uniting armed groups, political parties, and civil society against the government. M23 is among dozens of rebel groups active in the Democratic Republic of Congo's restive east. Many the legacy of a regional conflict that erupted in the 1990s after the fall of longtime dictator Mobutu Sese Seko. And now, sports news. In a remarkable display of vision, leadership, and innovation, the Lagos State Sports Commission, LSSC, hosted the Lagos Paris Olympics 2024 Esports and Sports Economy Roundtable at the Africa Station Dome, Saint-Denis in Paris, France. Convened with the theme Exploring New Frontiers and Business Opportunities in Sports, the Director General of LSSC, Lekon Fatodu, who led the charge at a high-profile event held on the sidelines of the Paris Olympics, highlighted the commitment of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration to sports development and its vision for sports excellence and global collaboration. Fatodu explained that the event was conceptualized to draw international attention to Nigeria's burgeoning sports industry and highlight Lagos' potential as a major hub for sports development in Africa, as participants explored innovative approaches to harness the economic potential of both traditional and electronic sport, examining best practices from across the African continent. The roundtable event, which delved into various aspects of sports development, with a particular focus on esports, a rapidly growing sector that has captured global attention, brought together an impressive array of stakeholders, including high-ranking government officials, potential investors, and representatives from prominent international sporting organizations. And that was our news at 12. But just before we go, remember, speed thrills but kills. Please avoid excessive speed. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 250 residents in an entrepreneurship mentorship program? You can get more details. That's on the Lagos Government website. And to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The reviewed Badagry Sub-Region Master Plan has, among others, identified industrial hubs in the Badagry division of Lagos State. President Bola Tinubu has directed the security agencies to intensify their crackdown on illegal miners, which he called exploiters and scavengers in Nigeria's mining sector. We also told you that a military court in the Democratic Republic of Congo has sentenced 26 people accused of involvement in armed groups, including the M23, to death after a high-profile trial that started late last month. In sports, in a remarkable display of vision, leadership, and innovation, the Lagos State Sports Commission (LSSC) hosted the Lagos Paris Olympics 2024 e-sport and sports economy roundtable at the Africa Station Dome, Lyon, Saint Denis in Paris, France. And for contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Abiola Fagbalagun. Thank you so much, Lagos, for listening. My name is Mike James. Now time for me to step aside. We'll have Peter Side and Micah Arocha coming for GNI and Go. Yes.